I'm getting ready to sand it. I had issues, battery died on the camera, so we won't get the fairing process. Basically, that's, what is that? That's 2 quarts of mixed epoxy and then mixing in the fairing compound. Transom looks rough in the sun. Whew, I couldn't see that. It was in the garage in the shade. I couldn't see it. Though I think it'll sand out pretty decent. As you can see, I really just, all I'm worried about is filling in the transitions from the glass to the plywood. So you can see where it's light here, and then you can see the fairing compound down the light. So it's rough because I didn't sand between, and that you're getting the weave build up. And then this here I just sucked at. I didn't see that. So it'll all sand off easy. On the top, you're like, man, you didn't really even fair that, dude. Well, I faired in down these seams. I skimmed the whole thing with a drywall knife. And all I'm really worried about is just filling in the weave. I mean, I've found that do it this way, let it harden, sand it down, go back and touch it up. If I'm skimming a whole boat like this, which I used to kind of do when I first started, that makes a buttload of sanding for me, and it doesn't really do anything because I still have to go back and touch it up. So light coats, I mean, you can see where the fairing filled in through there some, definitely filled in this and this, some on this patch, down through here. You can see where it filled in along the transition from the wrap from the bottom to the sides. So this makes it so I don't have a whole lot of sanding to do, which could be hours if you gunk it on big, and then you end up with most of it sitting on the ground. So I stopped doing that. Faired in pretty heavy here because it's a big transition, a lot of wraps with the fiberglass. So that should sand out nice and smooth. So I'm going to get at it. It'll probably take me 2 hours to sand this, and pick it back up and check her out. Alright, first fairing done. I think mostly the last. It came out pretty decent. You can see on the bottom from the water on it that it looks pretty good. Good enough for the workboat that it's going to be. So now we're going to get to either putting graphite and epoxy on the bottom, or I might try some polyurethane deck paint just to see how it works out. But as you can see, it looks pretty good. You know, it could be a little bit better, not a whole lot, if I wanted to spend the hours on it. But the first few weeks of this boat's use, it'll probably get beat up. Oyster bars, mud flats, stuff like that. So, you know, as I said, it's a workboat, not necessarily worth spending a ton of time on.